Okay, so Jim McPherson, British Army, and before joining army, before he came to serve his country, he was a teacher, right? He was a teacher. Now what happened? Jim McPherson was at Fort Field and Hans Wolf. He was German soldier. And before joining army, he was also something else. He used to play cello in orchestra. Okay. So something strange, something unique happened at the war field. What was that? It was the way the two armies celebrated Christmas, right? Where both the armies, both the soldiers, they came out of their trenches and they enjoyed Christmas. They sang carols, they played football. So it was clear from the way they celebrated Christmas that they also wanted peace, right? They didn't want to fight, they didn't want war, they didn't want any kind of bloodshed, right? So that is why it was so many things were common in them, okay? Both the armies, because both wanted peace, both wanted happiness only, and the soldiers wanted to return to their families. So now, after reading the letter, the narrator, now we are going to read about the narrator. The narrator decided what he wanted to do. So I'm going to share the screen. Now what happened? I think we are here, but I'll read. I folded the letter again and slipped it carefully. Wait a second. From here. We'll read from here. I folded the letter again and slipped it carefully back into its envelope. I kept awake all night. The narrator kept awake all night because he was just thinking about the letter. Okay? And then what happened? By morning, I knew what I had to do. I drove into Bridport. Bridport, where the lady, Connie, she stayed, right? She lived just a few miles away. I asked a boy walking his dog where Copper Beaches was. House number 12 turned out to be nothing but a burned out shell, the roof gaping, the windows boarded up. I knocked at the house next door and asked if anyone knew the whereabouts of a Mrs. McPherson. Now we have already read till here. I'll continue. Yes, Bunny, I know we have read, but I just want you to come back on the track. That is why I'm reading it again. So now from here, oh yes, said the old man in his slippers. He knew her well, a lovely old lady. He told me, a bit muddle-headed, but at her age she was entitled to be, wasn't she? Now I think we have already discussed this also. What was the age of lady Connie? What was the age? It is already we have already read. What was the age of Connie? Yes, correct, Jevon. She was 101. Right? She was 101. So now she was, the neighbor said that she was a bit confused. So again, he said that it is okay because in her age it is obvious. And then what happened? Then she had been in she had been in the house when it caught fire. Now the neighbor was explaining what happened to the house. She was right now. So he said that she had been in the house when it caught fire. No one really knew how the fire had started, but it could well have been candle. Now he said that we don't know what was the reason that how the fire started, but they are assuming that it was because of the candles. Why because of the candles? She used candles rather than electricity. So the lady, Connie, she used candles to lit her house instead of electricity because she always thought electricity was too expensive. The fireman had got her out just in time, means when the house got caught fire, she was inside the house and the firemen, they saved her on time. She was in a nursing home now, he told me. Burlington House on the Dorchester Road on the other side of town. So now the neighbor told that she was not here, but she was in some nursing home, and he gave the writer address. Now I hope it is clear why, when in the beginning narrator found that roll top desk, it was burned, and veneer was also not proper, right? So it was, the damage was done because of fire and water. And how the house caught fire? Now it is clear, because of the candles. Now next comprehension check. Yes. Why did the author go to Bridport? What was the reason? Why did he go to Bridport? Okay. The author went to Bridport to meet Mrs. Jim McPherson and delivered to her Jim's letter to meet Mrs. McPherson to meet Connie. Yes, correct. To return the letter to Connie. Yes, it was the correct answer. Correct. Eknoor, Mehak, Yashika, Akshima, you all are correct. And you have to write it that Jim McPherson, the author went to Bridport to meet Connie and return the letter, because now he knew how precious that letter was to her, how precious that letter might be to her. Yes, Rohit. So that is why he went back to return the letter. Next is, how old was Mrs. McPherson now? We have already discussed. She was uh, 101. And where was she? Yes, at present, where was she? Yes, in nursing home. Yes, in nursing home. Correct. She was in nursing home. Yes, correct. 101, and in nursing, she was in the nursing house on the Dorchester Road. Correct, Avni. Correct. Yes, correct, Anmol. Correct answer. Okay. Now, next part is the meeting. Next part is the meeting when the author got the chance to meet the lady. Okay. Now let us read what happened there in the nursing home. I found Burlington House Nursing Home easily enough. So the author was able to find the nursing home easily. There were paper chains up in the hallway, and a lighted Christmas tree stood in the corner with a lopsided angle on top. Lopsided means unequal, uneven. Okay, lopsided means uneven or uneven or tilted, means tilted, where one side is lower and other side is higher. Okay, tilted. So he said that Christmas tree stood in the corner with a lopsided angle on top. I said I was a friend come to visit Mrs. McPherson to bring her a Christmas present. So he, at the reception, he introduced himself that I was a friend and I am here to, just a second, bache, just a second. Class की So he said that I am her friend and I am here to present her a Christmas present. I could see through into the dining room where everyone was wearing a paper hat and singing. The matron had a hat on too and seemed happy enough to see me. Why everyone was happy? Can you tell? Why was everyone happy? Why were they singing and there were decorations and all? What was the reason? Anyone? Okay. Yes, correct, correct. Bani, Avni, correct. Because it was Christmas. Is it okay? Because Christmas. That is why everything means the hospital, nursing home was decorated and everyone was celebrating it. Okay. Now what happened? The matron had gone to and seemed happy enough to see me. She was happy to see the author. Let us see why was she happy to see him. She even offered me a mince pie. She walked me along the corridor. Mrs. Macpherson is not in with the others. She was now the matron means the in charge. Okay, in charge of medical arrangements. You can say a nurse. She was describing everything why she was not with the other patients. So she said Mrs. Macpherson is not in with the others. She told me. She is rather confused. She is rather confused today. So we thought it best if she had a good rest. Can you tell me the reason why was she confused? Why was Mrs. Jim Macpherson confused? What was the reason? Yes, because of her age. That is correct. Because she was 101. That is why she was confused. She usually was confused only. But what was the reason, particular reason today that she was confused and they had to separate her from other patients? Any reason? Anyone? Okay, because it was okay. Yes, she was waiting for her husband, and as it was Christmas, so I hope you can connect. Her husband has written that he would come back and they would meet by the next Christmas. So she was waiting for her husband, and today was Christmas. That is why she was confused. Okay, because she was expecting that her husband would come. Anvay, I hope you got the answer. Achima, just wait. You want to ask that letter was written on December 26th, yes, and received on January, yes. But because it was not 1914 and 1915 now, okay, that was now they were in present. You can say in 2000s only, okay, 2001, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, but not in 1914 or 1915. Is it okay? That time they were means Jim Macpherson and Connie, they were young. Now she has grown old. Now what happened? She's rather confused today, so we thought it best if she had a good rest. She has no family, you know, no one visits. So I'm sure she'll be only too pleased to see you. Now the matron told the author that nobody visits her, and she was thinking that when Connie would see the narrator, she would be very happy. She took me into a conservatory with wicker chairs and potted plants all around and left me. Wicker chairs, you can say cane chairs. If you have seen the chairs, cane chairs, right? So then the old lady was sitting in a wheelchair. Old lady here is Mrs. Jim Macpherson, Connie, okay? So the old lady was sitting in a wheelchair, her hands folded in her lap. She had silver white hair pinned into a wispy bun. She was gazing out at the garden. Hello, I said. She turned and looked up at me vacantly. Vacantly means without any interest. Okay, vacantly means without any interest. Without any interest. So she looked at him without any interest, means vacantly. Happy Christmas, Connie. I went on. Means now as the lady, she didn't respond. So the narrator, he kept on speaking. He wished her happy Christmas, Connie. I went on. I found this. I think it is yours. As I was speaking, her eyes never left my face. Means he was speaking, he was actually giving his introduction that who was he and from where he found the letter, but the lady was continuously looking at his face. Means Connie was looking at the author's face. I opened the tin box and gave it to her. That was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition and her that was the moment her eyes lit up with recognition and her face became suffused means covered. Suffused means covered, covered, covered with a sudden glow of happiness. Now, why was she happy? Can you tell why was she happy? When the narrator gave her that tin box, at that moment she became happy. There was a glow of happiness on her face. Yes, Yashika, correct. Because of letter, right? Because she found that letter. Now let us connect what happened when she got that letter. Now what happened? I explained about the desk, about how I had found it, but I don't think she was listening. Now what happened? The author was explaining everything, how he found the desk, how he got the letter, what happened, and everything. He was telling about himself and about the letter, but he said that according to him, she wasn't listening anything. She was too happy and she was just looking at the narrator's face. So he thought that yes, I was explaining everything, I was giving my introduction, he was also telling her how he found the letter. For a while, she said nothing. Means for a while, she was just listening, but actually she wasn't listening, she was just looking at the face of the narrator. She said nothing, but stroked the letter tenderly with her fingertips. She kept on stroking the letter. She was just doing this. She was just stroking the letter tenderly. Now, suddenly she reached out and took my hand. Suddenly, what happened? She caught, his hand. Her eyes were filled with tears. Now, Connie's eyes were filled with tears. You told me you would come home by Christmas, dearest, she said. And here you are, the best Christmas present in the world. Come closer, Jim, dear, sit down. Now, can you tell me what happened? What happened there? Why were why the tears were there in her eyes? What happened that anyone? No, okay. Yes, correct, Vani. She thought that the author is Jim McPherson. Okay, she thought that the author who was there to give her the letter was her husband. Okay, because she was not able to recognize him properly. But when he handed him that letter, that time she thought it was no one. It was just her husband. Okay, none other than her husband. Right. So, what do you think? What was the situation here? Means she was thinking that the narrator was her husband. What do you think? The narrator tried to hide his identity or not? Was it the narrator's fault? Was it the narrator's fault? Had he not explained who he was? Yes, correct, Akshima. No, it wasn't the narrator's fault. He was trying, he was telling everything about himself, but the lady was not listening, right? Yes. Now, I sat down beside her and she kissed my cheek. I read your letters so often, Jim, every day. Now she was so emotional, and because according to her, Jim was sitting there. So she started pouring out. She started telling her feelings. She said that I read your letters so often, Jim, every day. I wanted to hear your voice in my head. It always made me feel you were with me. She said that according to me, you were always with me, right? And now you are here. Now you are back. You can read it to me yourself. Now she said that I always wanted to hear your voice, and whenever I used to read your letter, I assumed your voice in my head. Okay. So she said that can you read this letter to me, and then letter for me. Then what happened? And now you are back. You can read it to me yourself. Would you do that for me, Jim dear? I just want to hear your voice again. I would love that so much. Means she was so overwhelmed. She was not able to identify the narrator, and she was so happy that just she was whatever she actually wanted or whatever she had planned, that whenever her husband would come, she would do this. She was doing everything, and then perhaps we'll have some tea. I have made you a nice Christmas cake, marzipan, and all around. I know how much you love marzipan. So this was the end of this chapter. By the end of this chapter, the lady got the best Christmas present in the world. Okay, by the end of this chapter, the lady got the best Christmas present in the world. What do you think? Is it correct that she actually got the best Christmas present in the world or not? Was that the best present for her or not? What do you think? Because it was not Jim. It wasn't her husband actually. What do you think? Was it because the title is the best Christmas present in the world? But if we see, it was not. Okay. No. Bani is saying no. What about others? What do you think? Was it the best Christmas present for her? What are your viewpoints? Okay, yes. Varun is saying yes. Akshima is saying yes. No, Shreya, no. Okay, what about others? What do you think? Was it the okay? Yes, correct. Yeah, it was, yes, it was the best present for her because she wasn't aware of the reality, right? And according to her, the author was Jim, right? The author definitely she mistook the identity, but this gave her immense pleasure, immense happiness, right? So as she was waiting for her husband, so when the narrator came, her wait ended. So I think this was the best Christmas present for her. She was happy. Her wait was over. No doubt it was not Jim, but according to her, it was Jim only. It was her husband. Okay. Yes, Rohit, the chapter is over now. Um, yes, Angelina, Pony is 101 years old. Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt regarding this chapter? See, the narrator was not at all a fraud. He was trying to explain everything. He was trying to give his identity. He was trying to introduce himself also. But the lady, as the lady was so old, moreover, she was waiting for her husband. So she mistook that narrator as Jim. It wasn't the fault of the narrator. And it was the best Christmas present for the lady as her wait was over. She got what she wanted. Is it okay? She was happy now. So it was the best Christmas present in the world for her. Correct? Yashika, Jim McPherson wasn't alive. Okay, he was not when he had written that he would be back and they would meet on next Christmas. By next Christmas, he was not able to come. Okay, he wasn't able to come from that time onwards. Means you can say 1916 or 15. She was waiting. She has been waiting for her husband. Okay, she has been waiting for her husband, but he actually they haven't mentioned anything. So definitely because of the war, he died. Okay, he sacrificed his life for his country. Okay, and she wasn't aware of that, so she was waiting for him to come back. Got it? Jamal, nurse. It is nurse. Okay. Anything else? Any other doubt? No? Okay, so let's discuss last two comprehension check, and tomorrow we'll discuss the question answers and back exercise of this chapter. Okay. So, who did Connie MacPherson think her visitor was? Who did Connie MacPherson think her visitor was? Yes, correct. Connie MacPherson thought the visitor was her husband Jim MacPherson. Her husband Jim MacPherson. Correct. Connie thought that the visitor was her husband Jim MacPherson. Yes, correct. Ekpur, Punya, Anmol, Mehak, Avni, Akshima, all those who have given the answer. Next. Which sentence in the text shows, you have to write the sentence, shows that the visitor did not try to hide his identity. He was not trying to hide his identity. Which sentence shows you this? No, Shima, I sat down beside her. He was just sitting beside her. It was, I think, when he was trying to explain how he got the letter. Yes, I explained about the desk, about how he found the desk. So this was the sentence from where you can, okay, you told me you will come by. No, Eku, you have to tell from which line you got the idea, from which sentence you got the idea that the narrator was not trying to hide his identity. He was introducing himself. Connie was a patient. No, Bani, this is not exactly an open-ending story, because we know at the end the lady was happy, her wait was over. Okay. Yes, he was trying to explain. He was introducing himself. So the were lines are page number 15. I went on, I found this, it is, I think it is yours, as then I opened the tin box and he gave, I explained about the desk, about how I had found it. So these are few sentences. Got it? So tomorrow we'll discuss question answers and back exercise. Is it okay?